What up, everyone? Welcome to the Chinacat podcast. Happy late Halloween, everyone. Hope you guys have a great Halloween. Congratulations to the Dodgers for winning. I was voting for the Blue Jays, but it is what it is. And yeah, did have a great Halloween. It was awesome. Had some great food. Spent great time with my beautiful lady, and yeah, that was a good time. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. So in the upcoming news, as what my papers are saying here is that Dick Chaney, the 46th president of the United States of America, has died. Wait, hold on. Give me one sec. Wait, wrong notes. Dick Cheney, the vice president below George W. Bush, had died. He was the vice president, if you knew that or not. Yeah. Shit. I mean, like, with anyone that passes away, it's always a sad time. But I wasn't too fond of him. I don't ever wish death on anyone, but if I'm not going to take one chance to make fun of him, oh, it's going to happen. Because, I went up to 9/11, I mean 7-Eleven, and I got myself a Dr. Pepper. Actually, a Mountain Dew, sorry. But yeah, that's how I feel about that man. But yeah, again, help, heart goes out to his family and stuff. It's always a hard time, and family members ever pass away, and I'm not trying to make this lighthearted or nothing like that, but if I can make a joke, I make a joke. But on to other news. Donner from the Grateful Dead passed away. Go Trucks, the one that squeals like the loud one during the '70s. That was this week too. I don't have anything her put up here because this kind of was like the main thing, Dick Cheney. But did you know that he went through a couple of open heart surgeries and stuff? Like it wasn't like his first rodeo with like heart attacks. Good movie is Vice. I know it's kind of like roughly based off of him, but it's still a good movie. But I did, after that, did read about it, and yeah, he did go through a couple of open heart surgeries and stuff, and I guess it was, felt hurt, but I mean, the guy was what? My whole age of like 80, 80 something. 84, yeah. So, feel how you feel about him. He made it 84. I give him that, Um, oh, I remember those days. But let's move on before, yeah, I get myself in trouble. But we got other things to do. We do have shitty food. I love that. I go from Dick Cheney to shitty food. It is what it is. Hold on, let's see the notes first. Anything else to say about him? I made the 7-Eleven joke about 9/11. I did make the Bush joke. Okay, we're good. All right, can move on. Yeah, yeah. So, on for shitty foods. I'm never gonna get monetized because of this video, but I'm not gonna lie. I've been waiting to make this fucking video. Probably like I didn't even think about this video until walking up, and I got the 7-Eleven joke because I was walking up there because I literally did water like a Mountain Dew from Seven. Look, fell in drinks from 7-Eleven. We're on shitty food. We can talk about this. They smack different, dude. Fountain drinks just hit different. And, I love me a fountain drink. No, don't worry. There's nothing in it. It's just plain Mountain Dew. I did get one of these though. I'm kind of excited to crack this bad boy open. So I didn't even know this was even a thing. And me, like, I mean, I remember me as a kid, man. Um, Allegedly, we poked some smart. Allegedly, with these little Dutch masters. Allegedly, but that was like my drink of choice. Was always like a allegedly Arizona iced tea, not one of these, but like just regular ones. And it was always either the green teas or the southern teas, because I love me a southern sweet tea. It's, you know, good times, good times. Allegedly, you know. But allegedly, this was this guy's. He decided that that's I'll make my lovely lady a what was it, a brownie? Yeah, a brownie. Try making brownie for my girlfriend for the first time. Sir, I mean that looks like a piece of meat. Like, tell you the truth, if you actually came home with that, I would think you'd be like making burgers or something. And I'd be like, that's actually some good meat. Like, nah, no, that's my brownies. Like, sir, that's not brownies. Nothing about that is brownies. I mean, maybe I gotta take my glasses off. Color blindness or something. It's not working. Nah, that looks like ground meat to me. Um, uh, I I give you I give you a pass. At least you tried, and I'm sure your lovely lady will appreciate it. Probably never talk about it again. And probably in about 2 years, you guys will get in a fight, and she's gonna bring this up, and your heart will be broken for the rest of your life. That's just how it is, man. And you just gotta suck it up and deal with it. It is what it is, you know. But at least you tried. Just remember that, you know. Trying is the first step. There's a YouTube. There's something called a pan that is the same size. So it isn't a uniform thing. If, sir, if you are watching this someday, I'm going to give you one little step. Get a pan that's the same fucking size. Like the pan you're using is legitly fucking two sizes bigger than it should be. Like, do you think? Are you trying to get like brownies this size, like paper thin? Like, that's not gonna happen. Like, dude, you just like that had to have been like this big. I'm just thinking that piece of poop is this big. So just get a pan this big, cause you gotta fold out smooth. Take out a little bit, maybe throw a little bit of something on it, some like caramel or some chocolate. I don't know. I'm not a baker. I cook real food. I'm a good French 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 beef stew. If I try to say bourguignon, I can't say it. I'm gonna be a man say I can't say that word. But I did, and it came out amazing. It's sitting overnight. But as a person that cooks, I don't do bacon. I don't even remember the last time I made anything bacon. But I can at least say that I have some common sense. And knowing that this needs to be in a smaller pan. Use more butter, dude. Everything butter. Butter is goodness. You cannot never use too much butter. And if somebody says you use too much butter, tell them I will never talk to you again. Our A and B conversations will never happen again. We will never be friends. Lose my number, delete it, delete my email, delete my messenger, my AOL, my Yahoo Express, Yeah, delete all that because we can't be friends. Butter is like the key of everything. So more butter, and a smaller pan, dude. I mean, I give you one thing. Like, I would expect somebody to do a smaller pan and just fuck it up even worse. So I give you one thing. I mean, it might look like a piece of turd, but I mean, I give it some hope that it might taste somewhat good. But yeah, we got to move on because I've sat here too long judging you. But, sir, I, I give you credit. At least you tried, you know. Most men would not try. But you could be like this person. Sir, what did you do? It's a square. It's a fucking square. You even have the common goal to call it a PlayStation 1. Sir, did you grow up like when I grew up, like in 96? Like, our PlayStations were not that small, dude. They were like regular things. You guys got the fucking little tiny ones. We didn't have those. We had the big gray ass boxes that sometimes you had to just and shit like that. Fucking Final Fantasy Tactics 7, Crash Bandicoot, just like the OGs. But this isn't that. This is spaghetti. I don't even know what to say about this. It's just square. Did you heat this up and then it just came out and it was still square and you just like what am I supposed to do about this? I feel like this man sat there for about maybe and a half hour contemplating, do I eat this? Is this supposed to be square? I've never seen spaghetti like this before. Well, I've never either. Unless it's like in a Tupperware container, but if I cooked it, I just recook it and it comes out good again. That's just why. One PS1 Yondu, please. Is that French? I mean, UDON? I mean, I don't even know if this guy even knows English. I don't even think that's a word. You know what? Yeah, I can't do this anymore. It's time to crack open the cold one for the boys. How is this? That's dangerous. That's dangerous. Dangerous as that's delicious. That is just like a green tea. But yeah, only reason I'm doing that is because I broke my straw. Kind of like this guy broke his brain making this travesty. I just go through these things and just wonder, this can't be real. This shit can't be real. But that was most of the stuff I found from shitty food. I don't think my brain could take any more. Just that square. But this is pretty brutal. Excuse me. Maine Health mistaken his son's death letters to 500 plus living patients. Shit. The healthcare system says the issue occurred October 20th due to a software malfunction. I get it, but imagine it's like fucking Halloween. You just get your death certificate in the mail, being like, "Yeah, you're dead." And you're like, "Oh, I am? Well, shit. Happy Halloween to me." It probably like in case you one of your loved ones get it and stuff, it could be really traumatizing. But man, dude, that's pretty brutal. Um, so the state's largest healthcare provider, Maine Health, said more than 511 patients received letters indicating that they were dead or providing instruction to the next of kin as a result of a computer system error. Excuse me. Okay, that's weird. So like they had like a whole healthcare issue. I wonder if that's like how to do something with a shutdown or something, but we'll keep moving on. So I'm not even gonna get into that yet, or in this episode. The healthcare system told News Center Maine. If you don't know what Maine is in New England. It's top up by Nova Scotia and stuff like that. It's majority woods and moose and Stephen King and seafood. It's a nice place. That issue occurred on October 20th due to a software malfunction. The death notice is typically intended only for use in cases where patients have died, obviously, due to it died when sent out 521 living people. Man, I wish I was one of them. I'm not gonna lie, like I'd laugh my ass off, be like, I just got my death certificate in the mail. I would die. I'd die laughing. I mean, how could you not? Like, it's just as long as it doesn't go out to like anyone that actually thinks that the loved one is dead and stuff, which would be terrible, and I would never want that to anyone unless they know about it too. And they can all laugh about it. It is this shit happens, man. Not everything's perfect, and computers are gonna fuck up here and there. We're not, nothing's perfect. Humans not perfect, nor than computers. At least it was just this. Um, Maine Health severely regressed this error, the company said in a statement. Excuse me. Maine said the patients affected were not listed as dead in their medical records, and the error did nor affect their care or status in the system. The organization said it has since resolved the issue and sent apology letters to affected patients. The non-profit healthcare system included a level 1 trauma medical center and they got stuff in Maine and New Hampshire and stuff. But yeah, I mean, it was like it was the harmless error and stuff, and I'm sure no one actually sat there was like, oh my god, people died in my family. Or I'm sure no one was sitting here like, oh my god, I'm dead. I just got my death certificate. I guess I'm dead. Is this hell? Yeah, I'm sure that did not happen. And if it did, man, then we should probably be sending you to a special facility when it's like padded walls and stuff like that. Medication like Thorazine. But yeah, another day in Maine, I guess. Sure. Sorry about that. Like I just got new service on my phone, so it was like bleeping at me, being like, "I'll change the new number and stuff." And I was like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." But yeah, fucking, yeah. In other news, Holocaust imagery on Halloween parade thriller. Designer apologized for mistake. Um, yeah, I like. No one told her, hey, you can't use the Auschwitz sign above your float with a bunch of cheerleaders. That is probably not good. Not saying that's what it was. Um, like, I don't know how you cannot know that's. Yeah, but we were read into this. Okay, Adams County man who designed a Halloween parade float featuring imagery from Auschwitz concentration camps admitted he made a mistake. I did not read this before I even put this up. I just read the this is how okay, hold on. How this show works. I find stuff, I don't even read it. And I just read it. Because for me, I feel like, the reaction I get from reading it, besides, Dick Chaney stuff and stuff like that, like, I knew all that shit. That's me just, that's me just being funny and stuff. Maybe you get offended by, I really don't give a fuck. But, like, this stuff is, like, me actually reacting. Like, I just made, like, a complete joke. Like, I wasn't even reading this. I was doing shit on my phone. And the first thing I thought was, oh, it was gonna be some idiot that had like a sign that looked like Auschwitz on the top. Like I just like, how do you not? How can you be that much of a fucking dipshit? I don't get it, dude. I don't get it. I had no ill intent. Gladen S. Shelley told Penn Live on Saturday. Gladen? 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 I know there's no D in there. So Gladen S. Shelley. I hate that name. Like, not even because of this. Like, I just do not like that name. Gladen S. Shelley. It's not like, it's just, I don't know. Something about that just doesn't seem right. Told Penn Live on Saturday, I made a mistake and I'm deeply sorry. This is Pennsylvania. Okay, so that's just right. The float was created for the St. Joseph School and entered on Thursday's Hanover Halloween parade. Sally, who was her head designer and does not have children enrolled in the school. Mm. There's a man that I know that might want to go down and see that parade. His name starts with a C and his last name starts with an H. He usually tells you to go sit down over there. Yeah. He's a beautiful angel. Say he did not realize the impact of. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. I have no. Not even just like the only German that I know is legitly from Rammstein. Du hast mich. That's the extent of my fucking German. Maybe something else that I could hear and I was like, oh, I know that, but that's my extent of my German. I know more French than that. Now I know more of Spanish being out here and stuff. Like I know a little bit more, and then you know, but yeah, German. Yeah, I fuck that, dude. And I don't even want to say that because it's probably a disgusting term that I do not like. I'm the type of guy punch a Nazi if you see them. But phrase he selected. The float depicted what appears to be lookalikes of one of the main gates of the infamous. I did not predict this. Please, I'm telling you guys, I did not read this until I saw this, and that's the first thing I thought in my head was like some idiot out there had no idea about history, probably had something look like Auschwitz on their fucking parade float, or fucking stupid, whatever going on, but it was there. And there's probably some old proud vets out there that were like, what the fuck. No, anyone, any proud patriot or anything, I'd be pissed too. Fuck, man. Like, how do you do this? This is like disgraceful. The full depiction appears to make conspirators within the phase. The phase, which translates literally to "work makes you free," was commonly used as World War II era concentration camps throughout Europe, including Auschwitz, the deadliest of them all. There's several very deadly ones, and there was like the Angel of Death, stuff like that. I do watch a lot of World War II documentaries and stuff. I just I love history and stuff. So, and what they say, history, you learn from history, not to do this dumb shit. So, I don't know how I still don't, dude. Like, there's no one there when you were making this being like, yo, dude, that looks kind of sus. It looks a little sus to me. I mean, a little like, you remember that dude with that funny mustache? Remember that guy? Yeah, it looks a little bit like that. Yeah, no, you didn't do that. No one did that? You gotta be out of your mind, dude. And then, like, come and find out that you didn't even have fucking kids that went to that school. Why are you making a float in the first fucking place? You have nothing better to do? The school float started raising concerns Friday afternoon on the Hanover Area Watch Group Facebook page. Can we get that? Hold on. Dude, can we find this float? Oh, shit. Um, I know I'm not going to do it. So, I will give you, no, I will give you um, interpretation of it. So what I see is that there's a gravestone, a couple of them, some lights. There's two pillars. There's that saying right there, like you going into the gates. The dude's driving looks to be a Ford. There's some pumpkins. Yeah, no, that's pretty bad. Dude, all he had to do is just take down the fucking thing. If you just had just the pumpkins and like the fucking gravestones and stuff, no one would give a fuck. I'd be like, oh, it was a graveyard. It's Halloween, cool. You have fucking that, like, dude, like, you cannot say it was a coincidence that you like just somehow came up with this phase out of the fucking blue and be like, hey, let's just use this. No fucking way in God's green earth, in any like reality of life. They cannot tell me that you did not see this out of some World War II history book, some fucking goddamn movie, something. This is way too coincidental. And you have gravestones. Like I'm not gonna I'm I'm not gonna show it only because I'm not trying to get flagged on this. I'm sure I'm already fucking stepping the boundaries of YouTube, but yeah, it's up there. Um, yeah, I will send it to my girlfriend there, but yeah. Oh, oops, oops. I didn't mean to do that. Oh no. See if you saw it, but yeah, it's pretty bad. Like I gotta admit, man. Like just reading this, it seems like it was on purpose, but I don't know. I went down a rabbit hole on that one because I started reading this a little bit more, and then when I saw like the actual float, which again is up there for about 1 second, see what happens. I might have to take it down. But yeah, it's. I mean, it's not like like it's not inappropriate as in like everything else. It's just that the pillars and stuff. If you just took those down, it would have been fine. But it's just so sus that you did that. It's just so weird that they just happen to be there with a graveyard and pumpkins. I just don't like pumpkins, but well, I don't like pumpkin spice. But yeah, we got more shit to talk about though. But yeah, that's weird, dude. But you ever like wanted to dress up as like a okay, I this one I can this never happened to me. But I have dressed up once as Hannibal Lecter in like straight jacket and stuff. But I guess this kid, Florida man wearing prison costume for Halloween gets arrested. I haven't seen this, but it's gotta be it's gotta be good. It's gotta be good. Port St. Lucie, Florida, obviously. Florida man was arrested on a Halloween, well, already wearing a prison inmate costume for the holiday. According to the Port St. Lucie Police Department, the man was arrested after he was found driving under the influence early on, early hours of fucking Halloween. He was 18 years old. I guess video department shows the 18-year-old doing driver doing a sobriety test after he was stopped by police on the drive home from the Halloween party. Police said, "Shit, me just saying that, I'd probably be stuck in there." Hold on, give me a sec. I'm also not driving, so. Locked up inmate Halloween costume and was already dressed for arrest. The Port St. Lucie Police Department. Hold on. No way they did that. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, come on, bro. Couldn't sleep in your car. Couldn't sleep in your car. But yeah, I guess he was already dressed up, and anyone dressed up as a cop should pull a shift with us rookies. Blah blah blah. But yeah, I guess he was already dressed up, and that was the joke. Not the greatest of all Florida men, but um, I mean, I guess it's better than most of the Florida men we get. Get some weird ones. Um, well, no, not really. You should never, drink and drive. You know, take a train, take a bus. You know, or walk home, or I don't know, fucking sleep under a bush. Do something. Just don't drive home. And yeah, don't use Nazi propaganda and floats. But yeah, this is the Chinacat podcast. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Like and subscribe. Yeah. You guys have a beautiful night.